Hey guys, today we've got another tech review. This was the Halloween Standing Pumpkin, sold at the range of 2025. Anyway, let's get started. One thing I'd like to point out about the name of this thing is for some... Oh. That was the Groundbreaker Clown, which is still working, by the way. Anyway, yeah, what I was saying is this thing has a really strange name. It's called Halloween Standing Pumpkin, despite the fact it's clearly a clown. I don't know why they didn't call it Standing Pop-Up Pumpkin Clown. Speaking of pop-up, this is a jump scare prop. It uses the standard mechanism, which is very faulty. As people might have seen, there's already a repair video on my channel of this dude, and so that's really not great. They really need to upgrade it, and the fact this thing is a lot more prone to faultiness. And I've got another video on that. It's just called Addressing the Misconceptions with the Pumpkin Clown. So go watch that if you haven't already, because I'm not going to put the explanation here. Anyway, it's faulty, but it delivers an excellent jump scare. The head is very light, for better or for worse, which means the jump scare is very swift. If you want it to be even faster, you can take off the hands, which I've kind of grown to enjoy a lot more. Originally I wanted to completely gut this thing. I wanted to remove the clown head inside, which you'll see in a minute in the demo, and I wanted to make sure the arms weren't on the head, so it was more like the 2024 one, which was actually a version without the clown head inside, which sold at Mad About Horror for about £120, which is ridiculous. Anyway, also what I wanted to do to it was completely gut the clothing and just maybe cover it in creepy cloth and just adjust it a bit so it wouldn't be like a clown. This also has a new audio. Before it was, or the last year's version where it was just a pop-up, well, the head just split and it was a life size, which wasn't sold at the range. That one just had the standard version that just makes it, someone screams it, where it just had a, oh, I can't explain it, I'll just show you. Yeah, so before it just had that one, now it's got I mean, I'm more nostalgic for the old audio, but it's got a better audio in reality. Now it has a build-up, so it has like 5 or 6 seconds before the jump scare starts, which is good if you're trying to build suspense, but it's really bad if you're trying to get a horn where people are walking through quite fast. That's why I always prefer the instant jump scares, like the Clown Groundbreaker, Haunted Lady, or that Pumpkin Groundbreaker dude just then. He is the second life-size jump scare we've had here at the range, which is quite cool. And him next to the Haunted Lady, he's actually really a lot taller. I can put the Haunted Lady there for a comparison because he is a lot taller. And you're probably wondering how, because the mechanism's the same. That's because they put longer poles on him, so he is a lot taller. And it doesn't have the second head on it as too, which gives the Haunted Lady extra height from that point. So it means they had to make the pole a bit bigger. I thought it would be shorter than the Haunted Lady, but it's actually a lot bigger. I'll do that now. You can see that the Haunted Lady is absolutely tiny in comparison to this guy. The Haunted Lady was a really small life size, to be honest. I do prefer Pumpkin Man's height, but I prefer the Haunted Lady as a jump scare. Anyway, that's all I really have to say about this guy. You know what, let's go with the basic stuff. It comes with a sound sensor. There's a small clown head inside. It's the exact same sculpt as the Clown Groundbreaker that we had from this year. And it features reused arms and, yeah, pretty basic stuff. Let's do the demo, then I'm going to talk about the design flaws. Yeah, so that's his animation. Now, we're going to talk about the issues that he has. Let's turn him off. speaking of that, brings me to the first flaw or feature about this guy. So, if you don't already know, the Groundbreaker pumpkin that was sold at the range last year, it was that if you took out the button while it was in the up suspended position and it retracted, there was no way to turn it on. Just you had to, like, a screwdriver, and it was a whole fuss. It was a pain in the ass. And so you always had to have the button in. But the good thing about this one is that you could at least access the limit switch to stop it in the up position to preserve it. So obviously with these jump scares, you've got to make sure they're in the up position to make them last longer. So you'd go like that, and then in here there would be a small limit switch. Hold that down, it just stops the motor, and now it's in the up position, and you're all good. Whereas with this guy, you can't. I'll show you what I mean. Firstly, I'm going to show you. You can at least access the button to change the mode from off to sound sensor, but you can't access the limit switch, so you can't really put it on. So you can see I can't stick my finger on that under there in any way, and even if I could, the clown head's in the way, which, speaking of which, is held in with 2 cable ties either side. So you're probably wondering, how do I put it in the up position? Luckily there's one way to do it, but it's really quite sketchy, and it takes like multiple attempts. So what you could do is, if you activate it and you stop it just the right time, it might stay in the up position. So I failed there, because you want to stop it just the right time. Let's go for the second try. Oh. There we go, I did it. So you could do that, but then the ratchet is still in the open position, which means pressure's being put on it. Luckily mine has a replaced one, so I can do this fine. But if you have a stock one, then that is going to cause it to break a lot faster. So I recommend, to be honest, I don't recommend you buy this at all if you don't know how to fix it, because it's just too faulty. If you don't have knowledge of how to repair him, then I don't recommend him. I don't recommend any of the pop-ups, to be honest. Obviously, the only one I'd say you should get is the Haunted Lady, because it's got 2 heads and thus it's more durable. Well, it's not more durable, but it means there's less strain on the mechanism because it's more weighted down. Anyway, that's my review of him. Don't buy him. Thanks for watching.